Hi guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Again, this is Unique Solange. Today, I'll be narrating a story. There once lived this great king in a certain community. This king was great, influential, powerful. This king had many servants at his disposal. He also had many huge dogs. When I say huge, you understand what I mean. German shepherds, many of them. What was his essence of keeping these dogs? We know that when we keep dogs, it's for protection, isn't it? To protect us while we are sleeping. That in our community, that's the use of dogs. But do you know why this king kept those dogs? It might be surprising to you. His own dogs were to eat up any servant who misbehaved. Can you imagine that? Mean if you were one of his servants, just know that each time you make a mistake, the king will have you thrown to those dogs. Okay, let's continue. So one day, one of his servants gave an opinion that was not pleasing to him. This servant has been serving him for 10 good years. He had been serving him for 10 good years. So one day, he made a single mistake by giving an opinion that was not pleasing to the king. So he instructed that this servant should be thrown to the dogs. The servant cried, "Master, I've been serving you for 10 years, and today I've made a single mistake and you want to throw me to the dogs." But the king insisted, having thrown to the dogs. The servant again cried, saying, "Master, please give me just 10 days before you have me thrown to the dogs." Fortunately for him, the master agreed. What did this servant do? He went to the person in charge of feeding these dogs and pleaded with him, "Please, can you permit me feed these dogs, care for these dogs for these 10 days? The servant agreed. The caretaker of the dogs agreed. So he permitted him to feed those dogs for those 10 days that he was to be alive. He had to be feeding the dogs, serve them water, play with them, clean their house, and all that. Aha. It was the last day, which was the 10th day. Guess what? The king still insisted he should be thrown to the dogs. So they had him thrown to the dogs. Surprisingly for the king, he observed that the man was not harmed by those dogs. He screamed, "What is happening to my dogs? What is happening to my dogs?" Because he expected that the dogs would fall on the servant and have him eaten up in seconds. The servant smiled, looking at the king, and said, "Master, I have served you for 10 good years, diligently and honestly, but just one day that I made a mistake, you decided to have me eaten up by the dogs." The king realized his mistake and asked that he should be set free. That is the end of the story. But then we can't just go without taking back some lessons. What can we learn from this story? One, we should never forget people that have been good to us because of one mistake that they did. Two, we should never put out a good story just because of one bad scene that happened in that story. Three, we should always be remorseful when we make a mistake. Four, we should be empathetic towards others. What is your own lesson that you got from this story? Thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for another video that will be captivating. Bye.